Hi, welcome back to my channel, The Retail Guru. I thought, in these difficult times of coronavirus, let's put some practical knowledge out there for people to use when they go about their daily chores. And that is the reason why I chose supermarket hacks for my next video. It's even more imperative now that we are cautious about the money that we have and we don't fall prey to the gimmicks that supermarkets strokes hypermarkets use to increase our impulse purchases. Most of us visit hypermarkets at least once a week, and it is very important that we understand the psychology behind the layouts, behind the products, behind the pricing, which is all in a way geared towards us emptying our wallets and filling up the wallets of these large corporates. So join me in this video and let's expose some of the ways in which they trick you into spending more money. Before we get into the details of supermarket hacks, you need to understand certain terms that are associated with supermarkets. The first one is a planogram. So planogram is basically the layout of how the supermarket or the hypermarket has been laid out, where are its various sections, the bakery, the dairy, the food produce, various zones, and why are they laid out in a particular manner. That is basically the planogram. The next term I want you to understand is FIFO. FIFO means first in, first out, and that is basically the science behind working a shelf system for perishables. You know that if you buy poultry, if you buy dairy, it's got a limited shelf life. So what the supermarkets do is they will position the products with a quicker expiry date in the front and the ones with a later expiry date at the back. So if you were to actually go to a dairy counter in a supermarket or a poultry counter and you wanted fresh products, always look at the back. That is where the longer expiry date products are generally kept. And that's the meaning of FIFO. In terms of display metrics of a supermarket, there are two very important terminologies that you need to understand. One is a bulk stack and one is an end cap. Bulk stacks are basically used in the feature areas of your supermarket. Now, what are feature areas? Feature areas are those areas which are extremely dynamic. What supermarkets do is, or hypermarkets, they come out with certain promotions on a monthly basis. It could be an electronic based promotion, it could be a food based promotion. So depending on the types of promotions that they come up with, the feature area is aligned to those promotions. And that is where they will arrange bulk stacks, wherein they have got items that they have bought at a special rate from their suppliers, or they are intentionally pricing themselves below the competition to be able to grab market share and have customers perceive a better value in shopping from them. So bulk stacks are something that you will see in the feature areas. What you will see at the end of every aisle, be it the front or the back, is something that is called an end cap. An end cap is also the culmination of your aisle, where you generally highlight high value products which are either bundle offers, which are either priced below the competition, is something that you've invested in as a super stroke hypermarket and you want consumers to buy. So these are some of the terms that I wanted you to understand before we get into the actual dynamics of supermarket hacks. So the first thing I want to talk about is the trolley size and the types of trolleys that you see in a supermarket. So you see the big giant trolleys and then you see the pull around baskets, the plastic ones. But if you were to study historically the evolution of trolleys over the years, those trolley sizes have gotten bigger. And they've gotten bigger for a reason. Consumer psychology is that if I am roaming with a trolley, I need to fill it. And that is why supermarkets strategically have increased the size of their trolleys over the years, because they expect you to actually buy things you don't need. So my recommendation to you is, when you go into a supermarket, avoid the big size trolleys, take in those hand carry baskets, and that in itself will make you shop for what you need rather than what you want. The next thing what you need to know is the shelving. You've seen supermarket shelving going up to as much as 8 feet. And there is a very interesting psychology also built into the way merchandising happens in a supermarket or how products are displayed. So for the most premium high margin products, you will see that they are available at the eye level, where it comes straight in the line of your sight, and you will automatically feel like you've got some robotic reflex in you to pick up those items. That is actually the main zone of the shelving that is used in supermarkets, which is at the eye level. The next most important zone is the hand level zone, which is one below the eye level. And the hand level zone is built in a way to feature more of the sweeter products. So if you're looking at a cornflakes section, you will see more of the M&M based Kellogg's. You'll see more of the, the kids based items on that level, because what happens is when children move to the supermarkets, and they generally go to the supermarkets with their parents, the grab and go level, which is one below the eye level for adults, is actually the grab and go level for kids. And strategically, supermarkets place those kind of more sweet based items, more colorful in terms of packaging, so that the kids are attracted and then parents are forced to buy. Now that we spoke about the eye level and the hand level, there are two very important levels that are generally overlooked by consumers. The ones where you actually have to bend, and the ones where you actually have to reach up. And those are actually the sections where you will get the most value for your money. So the generic brands, the non-branded items, which definitely have the same quality as your branded items, are kept below. If you've seen my previous video where I talk about the various types of pricing strategies, supermarkets generally adopt two types of price strategies. One is the bundle offer. Let's sell people what they don't need. Let's sell it to them in bulk. Let's give them the perception of value. That is why bundle offers take a lot of precedence in supermarkets. So if you go to a hypermarket, you will see buy rice for 5 kgs, get 750 grams more. So there are all these messages that are bombarding you when you go to these sections to give you a perceived value of, first of all, buying more. If you buy more, you will consume more. If you consume more, you will waste more, and the cycle is repeated. First, the next strategy that most supermarkets or hypermarkets use is the loss leader strategy, which is very simple. What they do is that they identify on a monthly basis certain products that either are slow moving, or something that they have heavily invested in, or something that is seasonal based, which they know that will get consumers to the door. Now what they do is that they will have about 13 items that they will publish on a flyer. They'll make sure that there is a newspaper drop, there's a digital campaign associated with it, which will reach their consumer base. Those items could be lost price items in the sense where they will price it intentionally below the competition. The strategy is to get you as a customer to buy the ploy that they are selling you lesser than the competition. Those 13 items that we are talking about, you go to the supermarket, you buy, you don't stick to those 13. Some of the items listed on those flyers are probably what you're not even going to buy. But you may buy another 30 items which are not on the flyer, which are most likely the margin drivers, the ones which are in fact priced higher than their peers. So another very important strategy is the sampling strategy. So generally, if you walk into these supermarkets, you'll see these beautiful girls standing at a counter trying to offer you juice or trying to make you taste a certain food item. If I take something from an individual and I have that perceived value in my mind that I got it for free, then intrinsically I feel obligated to return the favor. So supermarkets and hypermarkets have obviously studied consumer psychology. They know very well how well sampling counters work, because the sales of certain brands, seen those sales skyrocket by as much as 1000% due to the sampling exercise. So sampling is another tricky strategy that supermarkets will use to con you. Generally, when you go to the supermarket or a hypermarket, what are the basic products that you definitely will pick up? It's your usual suspects: bread, milk, eggs. what you see is that if you walk into a supermarket, you will never find these three basic items in the same area. Most probably they will form a triangle in the supermarket, which will force you to go quite a length to bring those products from different areas of the supermarket, and in doing so you may buy something else which you don't need when you have so much of signage shouting at you, buy two get one, this is a bundle offer, this is great value. And this is what supermarkets do on intention. They will keep your basic products far apart from each other in the hope that you will be distracted on the way to pick those items up, and you will pick up items that you don't need. So thank you everyone for coming back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please do comment, like and subscribe to my channel, The Retail Guru. And if there is anything specific that you want me to cover about everyday retail, then please let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure that this is a part of one of my upcoming videos. So till next time, see you. Bye.